Okay, hello Rom. This is my video on equations and how to find parts of equations and rise or run and all that stuff. So I already wrote this down and then the video ended, so I have to redo it. But I wrote down the equation for a line, which you know is y equals mx plus b, which is the equation of a line, and the different components of that. So y equals the y values, m is the slope, x are the x values, and b is the y-intercept. So we're gonna think about an equation as like a machine. So you put in x values, and then your output is y values. I'm just gonna draw a machine type thing. So in the y values go in, and then the x values come out. Or sorry, wrong way. The x values go in, and the y values come out. So this is your input, which is your x values, and your output is the y values. Okay, so now I'm going to draw a random graph, and then we're going to do stuff with it. So here's the x-axis, here's the y-axis, looks like an x, y-axis, and I'm going to label this 1, 2, 3, 4, and over here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I'm just going to draw a random line like that. And so now we're going to figure out the equation of this line. So to find the equation, first we have to look and we have to try to find the slope, because that's probably the more important part. So how to find slope. To find slope, you have to do, so slope is m equals rise over run. And what that basically means is you have to look at the change in x over the change in y. Or to make it simpler, you just have to do an x value over the y part. So, oh, just kidding, wrong way. Change in y over change in x, because rise is that and run is horizontal. My bad. Okay, so in this case, we have to start with one point, and we have to end on other points. So we're going to start with this point right here, and we're going to end with this point. And we need to figure out how much we rose and how much we ran. So rise is the y part, so we're going to go up the y-axis until we hit our point. So 1, 2, there's our point. So we have 2 for the rise, and then for the run, that looks messed up. Okay, sorry. You go up 2, and then for the run is across, how many do you go? 1. So we went up 2 and we went across 1. We rose 2 units and we ran 1 unit. So the y part is 2 and the x part is 1. So we do y over x, which is 2 over 1. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So therefore our slope is 2. So now we have the slope. So what do we do with that? So we plug in the slope into our equation and we see what we have left. So our equation is y equals mx plus b. We know what m is, so we'll do y equals 2x plus b. We still need to figure out what this b is right here. So to do that, we have to put an ordered pair, which is an x comma y value from the line in the equation. So we have to pick a value on this graph that we can see, and we're going to have to plug the x part of that value and the y part of that value into this equation. So it'll make sense in a second. So let's start with this value right here. So this value is 1 comma 2 because we go across 1 and we're going up 2. So that's our point right there. And we're going to plug that in. So 1 comma 2, 1 is the x value and 2 is the y value. So for the y in our equation, we're going to plug in 2. So we'll do 2 equals 2, because it's right there, that's our slope. And then the x value is 1. 2 equals 2 times 1 plus b. And so now we have all numbers and we have one variable, so we can solve for that variable specifically. So 2 equals 2 times 1 is 2 plus b. And we're adding 2 to b on this side, so in order to cancel out this 2 and get b alone, we have to subtract it, do the opposite. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So this cancels out, and then we subtract 2 on this side, and it's also 0. So we have 0 equals b. So our b value, or our y-intercept, is 0. So now we can write the full equation down, which is y equals 2x plus 0. Oops, I messed it up. 2x plus 0. And we can see if this is correct by just finding the y-intercept, which is 0, which is right here, and seeing if it works. So the slope is 2, so we have to go up 2 and across 1 and see if that works. 1, 2, across 1, that's our first point. 1, 2, across 1, that's our second point. And so if we wanted to continue this graph and go like 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, we could do that. We could go up 2, 1, 2, and across 1. Here's your second point. Up 2, across 1. And that's how we could extend the line. And we can do that because we know what the slope is and we know where we started from, our y-intercept. Okay, this is a video. If you would like another video, just let me know. And yeah.